halfway mark of the season. So we thought we'd chat and just recap on season standouts and season shockers. And Richo, we'll start with you.
Yeah, OK. Well, my season standout is that the Brisbane Lions are roaring again. This is something that I don't think anyone saw coming. If you got all the footy experts in a room at the start of the year and said, do your top 8, I think people thought, yeah, the Lions would improve a little bit, but they're having a huge win as we speak over in Melbourne against St Kilda. That'll be their 8th win for the season. They'll be inside the top 6 and they don't lose at home. They're pretty good up there. I think they play finals now. That is a great standout story. Chris Fagan has done a great job with those Brisbane Lions, so I'm great to see that. Now, my shocker for the season is the costly goal review mistakes. I mean, you can't have this in a professional competition, not when the evidence was there in a couple of these cases, that one there and a Freo Collingwood game at the G. I mean, that was clearly touched. We didn't even look at that vision. Not professional enough in this competition, so they've had a shocker this year. What about you, Brown Dog?
They've consistently got it wrong, haven't they? Mine was easy. Eddie Betts' goal a couple of weeks ago, right here at Adelaide Oval, in the pocket. Sodas. We've seen this so many times. He'll win goal of the year again. It might not be for that one, but it'll be for one of his freaky goals. And then just coming up to the young Sydney stack who's having a great year going, I told you I'd get one.
Do you like that? You love that?
I absolutely loved it. Great bit of sportsmanship between the two. And this is Tom Lynch in the box. I'm not even sure why he's surprised anymore. We've seen it far too often. My shocker, Richo, was Melbourne. I thought they'd finally arrived, coming off a preliminary final last year. They've got good maturity throughout the list. And I love their forward line going into this year. The spread of goal kickers, well, that's just completely fallen away, and they've been the biggest disappointment for me this year. I know they got a win today, but too little too late now.
Right, for my standout, I know at times we've seen the AFL try and perhaps steer society's moral compass a little bit. Haven't always got it right, but the clubs have. And this has been brilliant. There have been so many great stories. This little boy, Sebi Johnson, who said, well, I am the new Rioli. And his smile was absolutely brilliant. Harms here with John Amos. This fella, 10-hour round trip to get to every Melbourne game. He got the footy and he never let it go. And we see the Collingwood Footy Club did it wonderfully well. We've seen Port Adelaide do it, supporting childhood cancer. But it's just been some lovely feel-good stories amongst all the AFL clubs so far this year, which is great. Sorry, Richard.
His dad was so emotional that night, Kyle. It was great to be there. Sorry, Sodas.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it, to see those sort of moments. My shocker, though, Richo, and this is your sort of area here, obviously marked by Jeremy Howe, studs up, and he didn't even seem to be too upset about giving away the free kick. But when you grew up as a young man, Richo, and you were jumping on the couch in Tasmania, wanted to be Disco Roach, or you wanted to be Jezza, or the kids here wanted to be Tony Modra, or even if you go back a little further, even Jeff Rains with the tight shorts. That is what we love in footy, so we need to make sure that we get this sorted with this studs up situation because we never want to lose the high mark.
Nice, Sodas.
What about you, Nat?
Yeah, look, my season standout so far is actually a player, and it is Michael Walters. I just think he's been having a purple patch. I know he was reported today, but he kicked 3 goals. He kicked 6 a couple of weeks ago. He's kicked 28 goals for the season. He's a match winner. We've seen that a couple of times this year. He can play forward, midfield. He's an absolute superstar at the moment in all Australian form, and I just think he's been brilliant to watch this year. So he is my season standout. My shocker, and it's no surprise, JAIDYN Stephenson, unfortunately, and his betting blunder from earlier in this week. I guess it's a shocker for a number of reasons. A, that the story was kept under wraps for a month without it leaking, and B, because players should just know better, and it's a silly mistake, and hopefully he can come back and play finals for Collingwood. So